NCN Sports is presented by Currency. Need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com today. Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith. And by Teammates Mentoring. Join the team, be a mentor. Visit teammates.org today.
Well, hello and welcome to college football here on News Channel Nebraska. Alongside Wildcat Hall of Famer Zach Malachik and the pride of Stanton, Nebraska, you might add. I'm Pat Jansen, glad to bring you Division II college football here from Wayne, America. The Wayne State College Wildcats hosting the Northern State Wolves. And Zach, what's it like to be back here on the old home field?
It's good. It brings back a lot of emotions stirring up. But no, it feels good. It looks a little different, but it's great.
Now, Wayne State taking on Northern State. This is a Northern State team that started out 0-4, now suddenly 5-5, and they've found their identity, Zach.
Yeah, their defense has played exceptional these last 5 weeks to kind of right the ship and get them back in contention for this thing.
Meanwhile, Wayne State, not a lot of losing streaks under Coach Logan Masters, a lot of success for Coach Masters, a guy who you played with, now trying to get back on the winning track after back-to-back losses. What's it going to take to do that?
Yeah, Logan's done a great job, him and the crew, getting off to a nice set of wins here. And then his last two games kind of just, in one phase of the game or another, kind of fell apart, and that kind of cost him 2 losses.
We'll be back with the players to watch after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Pregame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at customsportsco.com.
Back here on the pregame show on News Channel Nebraska, let's take a look at our players to watch. We start with the visiting Wolves of Northern State, and there is a stout defensive player in the middle of that linebacking core for Northern State. Jake Adams is a beast.
Yeah, he leads the nation in tackles. He's just a hard-hitting kid that's got a nose for the ball, and he's somebody to reckon with.
Meanwhile, also on the defensive side of the ball for Wayne State, Gretna grad Braden Cheney. The Wildcats are going to want to get their hands on the ball, and he's someone who can do that.
Yeah, I know. Braden's kind of the same way. He's just got a knack for being around the ball with 3 picks and one with a pick 6. He's somebody to watch, too.
We'll be back with more pregame show, including our interview with Coach Logan Masters after this. You're watching college football on News Channel Nebraska.
For people who struggle with day-to-day activities, an occupational therapist can help them get back to normal. Let's speak with an occupational therapist from Faith Regional. I'm joined now by Ann Zimmerman, an occupational therapist with Faith Regional Health Services. And I think we start at the beginning. What is an occupational therapist?
You bet. An occupational therapist is essentially somebody who works with anybody who's had any sort of illness, surgery, hospitalization, and they really need to regain those skills that they need to be able to go back home again, safely live on their own or with family.
What are some of the themes that work across the board that people are trying to improve on?
For occupational therapists, we're really focused in on those everyday tasks that people do. So if you think about it, after somebody has a surgery or is in the hospital for a period of time, they need to learn how to get dressed on their own again, shower on their own again, cook, clean, laundry, even if they're caring for a child, anything like that. So it's all those tasks that we're really working on them being able to do, again, to improve their quality of life and to achieve those goals.
Now, mentally, how do they handle these situations, things they've been able to do forever, but all of a sudden can't? That has to be hard.
We really try to focus also on that, the emotional, psychological aspect of it, and really give them a lot of good feedback as they're coming along, and really involve them in goal setting too. What are the things that you want to be able to do to go home and live independently again, and really honing in and focusing on that. Also, a big piece of that is education, letting them know that this is why we're doing the certain activities. It's really explaining to the patient why we're doing certain tasks so that they can relate those to their goals.
What do your patients tell you when they're able to achieve goals? What's that like for them?
It's pretty amazing for them to be able to return back home and be able to be within that environment that they feel most comfortable. So it's extremely gratifying. I love what I do. I'm very gifted and blessed to be able to help these individuals return back to living on their own and being able to just, it's a quality of life thing for them just to be able to do those things that they want to do on a daily basis.
And thank you so much for joining us today.
You bet. Thank you so much for having me.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Back here on the Wildcat pregame show on News Channel Nebraska, we're joined by Wayne State head coach Logan Masters. Coach, not something you've really seen a lot in your tenure, 2 straight losses. How do you get back on the horse this week against Northern?
I think it's as simple as just we got to tackle and we got to block better. I mean, it really comes down to that stuff. And urgency, we've kind of started a little slow the last couple of weeks. Last week was real good, but then after that it got a little sloppy. So the way we kind of played the last 2 second halves, the way we need to play from the start today. And if we can do that, I think we can kind of flip the way we've been playing.
This is a Northern team that started slow, but they've really caught fire. What do you see from the Wolves?
Yeah, I think they kind of found out who they were early in the year, and they're playing to their strengths. And so they're well coached. They don't really beat themselves, and so they don't give up a ton of big plays. So we got to take what they give us and then stay on the field and keep executing and finish drives on offense and defense. I got to stop the running game and limit the big plays.
Football weather here in Wayne, America, how's that impact the way you and Coach Prosser call the game today?
I think the wind could be a factor, but shoot, it's windy every day in Wayne, so I think where it could be a bigger factor maybe in special teams. And Coach Lord's done a great job getting our guys ready all year, and so I think that's a strength for us. So if it comes down to that, I feel good.
Coach, best of luck today. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Go Cats.
That's Coach Logan Masters. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more pregame after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone, see the trainer. From bracing to home health and rehab products, they provide the right solutions to keep you moving. Whether it's a chronic condition or sudden injury, their expert team will help you find the perfect fit. With a wide range of in-stock orthopedic, sports medicine, or rehabilitation products, See the Trainer is dedicated to improving your quality of life. Visit the professionals at See the Trainer in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond is your leader in engineering and designing your new building, additions to facilities, and concrete construction. Their professional projects can be seen across northeast Nebraska. Whether it's a business office, barn, shop, or addition to an existing building, when the project is complete, you'll have a building that meets the needs of your operation. Check out ashoffconstruction.com or call Scott, Kenny, or Luke in Osmond at 402-748-3551.
My name is Jarvis Otten. At Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. Elkhorn Valley Bank's probably one of the larger contributors in town. We donate to a lot of the city and community projects. We also have a lot of employees that go out and do community work. The community is what makes us, so it's just a payback to the community for what they've done for us. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
Let
Let's get moving, Nebraska. Show us how you stay healthy and you could really make a difference. Capture these moments, whether it's a walk in the park, playing with your kids or pets, biking or swimming, or even cooking a healthy meal, and share them with us. Each week, one lucky winner will choose a school to receive a $500 donation from Medica. Join the fun and make a difference. Submit today at newschannelnebraska.com and your school could win $500. Stretch across Nebraska, presented by Medica with News Channel Nebraska.
Your child is your whole world, and you want nothing but the best for them. Here at Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics, we couldn't agree more. Which is why our providers are dedicated to offering the highest level of care to those who matter most to you. Our pediatric experts not only specialize in teddy bears, stickers, and smiles, but most importantly, your child's growth, development, and overall health. As a parent, you can expect our providers to deliver comprehensive, personalized care to help your child grow happy and healthy while ensuring you and your child feel safe and heard. Whether your child has a boo-boo, needs a well-child visit, or is under the weather, our pediatrician, Dr. Samantha Roy, and advanced care practitioner, Kayla Daniels, are here every step of the way to offer advice, treatment, and preventative care. Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics, specializing in what is special to you.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And by The Carpet Shop in Norfolk, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years.
Back here at Bob Cunningham Field inside Memorial Stadium as we get set for college football here in Wayne, America. Let's take a look at our school spotlight here on News Channel Nebraska. Our school spotlight brought to you by Currency. We're, of course, in Wayne, Nebraska, or Wayne, America for the locals. Population just under 6,000. We're here at Bob Cunningham Field in Memorial Stadium. An enrollment of just under 5,000. And, of course, the Wildcats in the black and gold, all black today with the white helmets. Northern State coming to town to take on the Wildcats. They'll be in their maroon pants and white shirts. The Wolves coming from Aberdeen, South Dakota, a little further north of us, West America. As both teams getting set for the coin toss. We're going to take a break, and we'll take starting lineups after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
There are many details that can set your dream apart from anyone else's. But what sets the banks you are considering apart from each other? At Madison County Bank, what sets us apart from other lenders is flexibility. We offer a wide variety of loans, and we pride ourselves on providing lending options for commercial, residential, agriculture, and even unique properties that make your dreams a reality. Madison County Bank, here to help you grow.
Mid-Nebraska Lutheran Home in Newman Grove, located in a serene residential neighborhood, offering a faith-based community where residents feel at home. With private rooms and a wide range of activities, residents enjoy a vibrant and supportive environment. Their experienced and caring staff is dedicated to providing personalized care, ensuring each individual feels valued and connected. Mid-Nebraska Lutheran Home, where faith, care, and community come together. Schedule your tour today and experience the warmth.
A misty, drizzly day here in Wayne, America. We get set for college football. Wayne State hosting Northern State. Let's take a look at our starting lineups brought to you by Medica. The Northern State offense will look like this. Daniel Britt, the quarterback from Las Vegas, a 5'11 junior. He'll run the offense. He's got Hank Kraft as the running back. His wide receivers are Tanner Branson, Ty Wiley, and Zach Jorgensen. Zach Kraft will be the tight end. The line from left to right, Jacob Schlow, Noah Drager, Ross Rowland, Daniel Porish, and Peyton Johnson. Northern defense will be Max Van Landingham at the end, Matthew Baker the other end, Cody Schmidt, Logan Grossinger are the tackles. Luke Gunderson, Jake Adams, the leading tackler in the country, and Charlie Larson are the linebackers. Trevor Johnson and Keegan Mountain from Omaha, those are the corners. Meanwhile, the safeties are Elijah Jopp and Lyndon Williams. Kickoff taken for a touchback by Jaden Johnson, and that's where the Wayne State offense will first begin. Let's look at the Wildcat offense. Nick Bowen, third leading passer in Wayne State history. The Bennington native and senior will run the offense. The wide receivers are Jaden Johnson, who is explosive, Ashton Schmaderer, another Bennington native, and Kendrick Watkins-Hogue. Running back Latravius Boyd, who's fought some injury. Tight end Dane Peterson, as the first pass completed out to Watkins-Hogue. The rest of the line, Jet Jansen, Chris Graham, Will Waschenberger, Jake Steyer, and Nolan Ulrich. Good first pass completion to kind of get a little rhythm for the Wildcats, Zach.
Yeah, being a little wet out here, it's something you're going to get used to, but it's nothing these kids don't practice out throughout the week, so nice to get that first one under the belt.
Bowen from the shotgun, hands off Boyd, no, fakes it rather, and completes it out to Jaden Johnson. Nice catch and a first down pickup, 2 plays, positive yardage each time. Wildcats will look to keep that rhythm going as they move the football at the 37-yard line. Bowen claps the hands, now looks toward the sideline. And co-offensive coordinator Colin Prosser, throw right side for Boyd, drops it. And that's the first play with no positive game for the Wildcats, Zach. You can kind of feel a little bit of rhythm as they're trying to feel things out against the Wolves.
Yeah, they like that up-tempo, just keep the ball moving and no huddles, and so far so good outside of that play.
Wayne State going against this stiff breeze to start the first half. Bowen with 2 wide to the right and 1 to the left. Takes the snap, rolls right side. He's going to tuck it and run past the 40, 45, and chased out of bounds. Another positive pickup for the Wildcats. It was that leading tackler in the country, Jake Adams, trying to track him down, but not fast enough as Bowen picks up that first down.
He has a really good job tucking it and finding the sticks and just using his athletic skills to get it.
Approaching midfield as we just took a look at the Madison County Bank instant replay. Movement across the line, all sorts of it. Looked like Luke Gunderson was about a full yard off sides. And indeed, that's what they're going to rule. He pointed to Jet Jansen. Now, Jet Jansen may have moved after that, but at a certain point, once you're that far across the line unabated, you got to call something.
Yeah, there's no stopping that one.
We look at that on the Madison County Bank instant replay all the way across the backside of the set, Jet Jansen. Now the handoff goes to Latravius Boyd. He's battled injury this year. He's been a huge part of the Wildcat offense. Wayne State trying to get him rolling. Now, Zach, you're a running back. You played in the NSIC. Presumably, you played in some weather conditions like this. Is this the kind of weather you want to run in, or does it kind of slow you down a little bit as well?
I mean, I feel like as a running back, you always want the ball in your hands, whether it's rain, snow, sun, or shine. You just want to get those first couple touches and get in a rhythm and start feeling the game out.
Second down and 1 for the Wildcats. Rolling left is Bowen. On the run. and may have been a little slippage from Kendrick Watkins-Hogue, but that slippage may have saved the Wildcats too, as it looked like Trevor Johnson had a potential beat on the football as well. Take a look at that on the Madison County Bank instant replay. Wildcats had a 2nd and short. It gave them a chance to try something a little further downfield. 3rd down and 1 for the Wildcats. Bowen hands it off to Akeem Knox, and he's across the first down sticks. Knox is a guy who took over. He's a freshman, took over for Boyd when he was hurt. Really picked up some steam. He's a little bit bigger, more physical back compared to Boyd, who's the speedster. Again, the rhythm for the Wildcats. Approaching minute 3 of the drive. Bowen to the middle and dropped as there was some heat on that pass to his tight end, Dane Peterson. Goes off the shoulder pads and incomplete.
I don't think he was quite ready for that one to be coming at the speed it was.
Yeah, Bowen looking like Nolan Ryan there on that one. That's against the wind, too. From the edge of the Wildcat paw, the Wildcats will snap it on 2nd and 10. Bowen hands off Boyd. Biding his time right side. He's across the 35-yard line, or close to that anyway. That's going to make it 3rd and a lot more manageable for the Wildcats, Zach.
Yeah, it's nice. A nice push by the right guard and tackle, and he kind of just followed his blockers and tucked it right up in there.
You're looking kind of at that just outside of Omaha area. The right guard, Jake Steyer from Bennington, and Nolan Ulrich from Blair. A lot of players from both of those schools on this roster. An area you know quite well, Zach. You've got a son on the Bennington roster.
Yeah, they've had a pretty good season so far. They got a good thing going up there.
Handoff taken right side, and Knox upended real close to that first down marker. Got to figure at this point in the field, especially against the wind, Logan Masters is going to keep the offense on the field. Fourth down and 1 for the Wildcats. It's been a productive drive for Wayne State, now trying to keep it going. Knox in the backfield with Bowen. Bowen hands off Knox. He gets through that line and will pick up a first down for the Wildcats. Our first quarter today brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic. At Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk, we're building a Norfolk legacy. One patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, we're here for you today and every day. Wildcat fans here for Wayne State today. Maybe not as much as a little bit earlier in the season when the conditions were nicer, but a number battling the conditions as Wayne State goes back to work on first down. Knox banging his way past the 30-yard line. Not a lot there, but that was a physical run. What kind of running style do you like to see, Zach, the former running back?
I was more of a, I was a downhill runner, kind of like to lower my shoulder pad and kind of get that first hit out of the way and get the juices flowing a little bit.
And this is coming from an all-conference track sprinter, so you wanted to go physical even with that speed, huh? 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. Bowen backing up, trying to find Watkins-Hogue. That's his favorite target, but leaves it a bit long. That's going to be 3rd and long now for the Wildcats. Probably one of the more difficult 3rd down situations upcoming for Wayne State so far this drive. Might still be 4-down territory, even if they don't get this one, as you're looking at about a 45-yard field goal against the wind. Now, Boston Hensley is back for Wayne State. Bowen chased, dumps it off, finds his tight end. What a find it is. Inside the 15, close to the 10. What a catch and run by Trey Miller, the 6'3", 230-pound junior.
Great second after he caught that ball. A lot of yak.
An improvisation here, too, from Nick Bowen. That was sort of Tebow-esque in some ways. What a find, as he had him wide open. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Handoff Boyd going right side, trying to get it to the edge, and a great tackle by Keegan Mountain, the Omaha native, coming up to make the stop. Wildcats have taken up now close to half of this first quarter with this drive. Clock running, close to 8 minutes left to play, first quarter. Bowen. Hands off Boyd. Boyd through the line and in for the touchdown. Wildcats, just like that. An over 7-minute drive for Wayne State, and it ends in pay dirt. Some big plays in that drive too, Zach.
Yeah, that was a great finish to what seemed like the O-line kind of just took control of that whole drive and got all those 3rd and shorts and finished it off with a nice cut by the running back there.
Latravius Boyd with great vision there, and vision looks a lot better when the line's clearing paths like that. And the dance to finish it off. Extra point by Hensley is up and good. 7-0 Wildcats, 7:57 left to play first quarter. We'll take a break. Be back with more Wildcat football after this on News Channel Nebraska.
At Wayne State, unlimited opportunities start with you, plus the power of us. It's the power of the classroom teacher, inspiring the next generation. Business entrepreneurs, soaring with success. Healthcare professionals, caring for their communities. Leaders in arts and sciences, making their mark on the world. With the power of Wayne State behind you, there's nothing you can't do. Learn more at exploreWayneStateCollege.com.
Wayne State on top 7-0, and we look at how they got there. Latravius Boyd, just a clear path for him. And this, we talked about it, Zach. This is a Northern State team that has played really great defense in the last 5-6 weeks, but that was a Wayne State offense that just kind of cut right through them there in that opening drive. You got to figure coming off of 2 straight losses, that's huge for the Wildcat confidence.
Yeah, I think that's probably something they talk about in meetings is this Northern State defense and how they wanted to get out early and maybe assert themselves in the run game and just to make a point.
Kick lands in the end zone, and Northern State will start with their offense. See what the Wolves can do after the early strike by Wayne State. Let's take a look at those Wayne State defensive starters. Along the line, Carter Sitzman, the Lincoln Christian grad. He can get after the quarterback. Other end is Jackson Johnson from Bancroft. The tackles are Luke Lambert from Ashland Greenwood, part of a really good program there, and Caden Sutton. Linebackers are Clyde Hinton, Dexter Larson, and Alex Shaw. The corners are Marjan Crosby and Braden Cheney, who we mentioned pregame. Jacob Bird and Gerald Fly are the safeties, and the defense really just steps up and fills right there on the opening play. Momentum on either side of the ball to start the game, Zach.
Yeah, I feel like after that long ball controlling drive by Wayne, the defenses kind of feel that, and they're gonna make their mark here as well.
It's a defense that's had to play without Alex Kowalczyk in recent weeks. as the handoff up the middle for Kraft, bouncing off tacklers and up near the first down sticks. Just a pinball there is Kraft.
Yeah, he looks like he has a pretty low center of gravity. He could get lower than a lot of these guys, I'm guessing.
Well, and I beg your pardon, you mentioned low center of gravity. Kraft is 5'9". That was actually Wyatt Block, who's 5'7", the senior from Green Bay, and he provides some physicality there for the Wolves. Northern State looking to convert their own third down after Wayne State had a couple of those on their drive. 3rd and 1 for the Wolves. Handoff Block trying to get around to the outside after the interior is plugged up. I don't think he's going to get there short of the 35, and an interesting decision for Northern State. Got to figure at this point on the field they're going to punt it, and that is indeed the case. We take a look at that handoff to Block again. He had the really good 2nd down run, but other than that, nothing there. Wayne State defense does a great job filling things up. Crosby from the corner position came up big for the Wildcats. Left-footed, sort of rugby style, but high. Bird lets it go. Takes a northern bounce. And it'll be a little bit longer field for the Wildcats this time around. Now, that first drive, Wayne State got things going. What do you want to see from the Wayne State drive in this second time around, Zach?
Yeah, I think they kind of figured some things out, kind of, asserted their will up front. It looked like the O-line was doing a great job of pushing guys around.
Wayne State offense coordinated by both head coach Logan Masters and also Colin Prosser, who coaches the offensive line. Those two guys played together. You played with both of them. What about their personalities and minds just kind of stands out to you as Wayne State gets no gain on first down there?
Yeah, I know. I was a running back, and Colin was kind of a do-it-all guy on the offense, and he was a hard nose, just wanted to get up in your face and move people around. So I can see that coming out here already.
What about Logan? Did you see kind of as a head coach? You didn't spend a lot of time with him. He was a little younger than you, but what about his personality? Did you have any inkling that he'd be a head coach at this time?
Even then, Logan was very cerebral. He knew the game. He knew where to go as a wide receiver. He had a great route tree, and he was just a smart guy.
Oh, my goodness. Nick Bowen puts that up for grabs. Was that caught? I believe it's going to be ruled incomplete. Nearly another bailout play by a tight end, this time Dane Peterson instead. That was really feast or famine there. That looked like it was almost a deep sack, then almost a long completion. Instead, it's just going to be no gain, 3rd down.
Yeah, great job by Nick getting rid of it. And even the tight end, Jake, just to make an acrobatic catch, just a little too far out.
Bowen chased out of the pocket, throws it, just looking to get it back and out of bounds. And that's what he does. And that's one of those incompletions you'll take. The pressure came hot and heavy quickly from Northern State.
Yep, get it out of your hands, avoid that sack and loss of yardage, and move on to the next play.
Trevor Marshall, the wide receiver / punter, coming in for the Wildcats. Marshall puts the left foot into it. Fair catch called, and Northern State with its best field position of the game. I can't remember the last time, Zach, that I've seen a game with 2 left-footed punters.
No, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Northern State, after going 3 and out last time around, they picked up ground without even being on the field, as they kind of changed field position a little bit after exchanging punts. Handoff to Block, trying to get it outside, and strung out all the way. And Alex Shaw finishes it off for the Wildcats. And Zach, if you take away that 1 9-yard run from Block, great job so far by the defensive front for the Wildcats.
Yeah, this front seven's really getting after it. They're playing down on the ball, and they're not letting anything get outside of them.
Second down and 12, rather, for the Wolves. Almost made up the number. Britt, quick pass out to the left side and ushered out of bounds is his tight end, Zach Kraft.
Looks like he bobbled that right at the end.
Our guy in the truck, Connor, agrees with you, Zach.
All right.
We'll take a look at that replay here. Oh, yeah, you're right. And actually, that was how it was ruled. Beg your pardon. I'm the son of a referee, so my vision isn't always great. Speaking of our officials, we'll look at those in just a second. Pass out left side and a slip and fall. In this drizzle, going to see a lot of that. Did a game last night in Ashland. That was on grass rather than field turf, but that same sort of condition, a lot of people slipping. I got to imagine that's got to make it difficult for a route runner trying to get open in these kind of conditions.
Yeah, those tough plant and go is going to be a little challenging today with the moist field.
Back on to punt for the Wolves is Tom Ellard. Bird fields this one with a fair catch, and Wayne State will start inside their 15-yard line. 3:55 left to play first quarter on top, 7-0. We mentioned those officials. Got to give credit to them as well. The NSIC officials today, Sean Johnston is the white hat. He's from Bennington as well, Zach. The umpire, John Madsen from Minneapolis. Head line judge, Jeremy Carney. Line judge, Adam Berg. Side judge, Kevin Britt. Field judge, Tyler Breezy. And back judge, Bryce Kirkman from Bellevue. Bowen rolling left side, now tucks it up. He's across the 20, 25, 30, 40. Picks up a block from his wide receiver and knocked down just past the 45-yard line. That's over a 30-yard gain for Nick Bowen, and that is an element of his game that he's got.
Yeah, great job by Nick, just seeing nothing downfield in a little lane, and he just tucked it and went.
Yeah, real quickly, too, he made that decision.
Good speed there.
One of the better athletes that Wayne State has seen at quarterback. There have been some good ones, too. Bowen hands off Knox. Knox trying to bide his time. He's out near midfield. That's a pickup of 4. That's going to make a manageable second down for the Wayne State offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you can chunk out 4 or 5 yards on first down.
Knox has one of those back pads that says, "Beware of dog." Got to have a little bit of swagger, I think, if you're going to play running back.
Yes, you do.
Bowen will keep it himself. And not a lot there, maybe a yard. Going to make it 3rd and 5. Look, design, run all the way, but Northern State did a nice job of sniffing it out. Logan Masters looking for his 13th win in 17 tries at home here in Memorial Stadium. Wildcats off to a good start for that. 3rd and 5 from midfield. Or rather, just on the Northern State side of the field. Bowen looks left, completes. That's going to be short of the sticks as the route ran just short of that to about the 45-yard line. Making the catch was Schmaderer. We'll take a look at the replay. Maybe he had to come back for it just a little bit, but the Wildcats will keep the offense on the field. Do you like this decision?
I do. 4th and short, and the O-line's been moving around pretty well. I think this is a good choice.
4th down and 1. Handoff, Boyd, and nothing there. The Northern State defense plows through. Great penetration by Cody Smith and Logan Grossinger. Just a couple of upper Midwest guys. Smith from Buffalo Center, Iowa, and Logan Grossinger from Buffalo, Minnesota. They had the size and strength of a couple Buffaloes right there. And no surprise, I think we may have seen Jake Adams in the middle of that as well. Well, an aggressive choice from the Wildcats, though afterward, personal fouls. Those are both dead ball, and they are offsetting, so the ball is still Northern State's. But big play there by the Northern State defense, and now the third drive, and each drive has been better field position for Northern State. Fake the handoff. Britt rolling right. He's got room to run if he wants. Instead, he's going to throw it down the field and completed at the 23-yard line. Hauling it in was his wide receiver, Jack Odekoven, senior from Erie, Pennsylvania, found the spot in the defense. Let's take a look at that Madison County Bank instant replay. Thought for a second Britt might keep it, but he saw something he liked and went down the field, and the Wolves are in business.
Yeah, it's a little breakdown in coverage after that scramble, but
Britt and the offense trying to keep the Wolves moving, swung out left side, caught, banging his way to the 15-yard line is Jacob Van Lanningham. That is a big, beefy wide receiver at 5'11", 220 pounds. They got him on the edge, and a solid pickup on first down. Speaking of first, well, we're done with the first quarter. 7-0, Wayne State on top after a quarter of play. We'll take a break. Be back with the second quarter after this on News Channel Nebraska.
At Faith Regional Physician Services, ensuring our patients receive high-quality care in a location that is convenient for them is at the heart of all that we do, which is why we couldn't be prouder to have expanded our service offerings by adding 2 ear, nose, and throat experts to our world-class team of providers. If you or your child are dealing with painful ear infections, troublesome ringing in your ears, agonizing throat soreness, or other ear, nose, and throat or head, speech, and sleep conditions, turn to Dr. Justin Oltman and Dr. Eric Roy for relief. Our 2 ear, nose, and throat specialists believe in a patient-focused approach to care and offer advanced technology paired with their training and expertise for the best possible outcomes. Don't let earaches, sinus infections, allergies, or difficulty swallowing control your life. Our physicians can help you find freedom from pain and discomfort using both surgical and non-surgical techniques. Faith Regional Physician Services. Your relief starts here.
Northern State on the move, trying to knot this one up. Wayne State on top, 7-0 after a quarter of play, alongside Wildcat Hall of Famer Zach Malachik. I'm Pat Jansen here on News Channel Nebraska. Britt keeps it himself, weaving his way through a lot of mileage in those 5 yards that he picked up. It'll be a 1st and 10, though, for the Wolves, or rather a 1st and goal, as they appear to be right at the 10-yard line.
It looked like he had a nice little cut back there, finding the opening in a soft spot. But hopefully that D-line can tighten up a little bit.
A fair bit of depth for the Wildcats on the D-line. They'll rotate as the handoff goes up the middle. This time it's the usual starter, Hank Kraft. Wyatt Block has gotten the bulk of the carries so far for Northern. Northern trying to use the ground game here. They've got a 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. from the shotgun. Hands off Kraft. Kraft gets away from the first wave of tacklers, and he gets awfully close to the goal line. It looked like there were hands on him to start out, but just slips through, and a big third down and goal for the Wolves. Right now, Wayne State out-rushing Northern 78-15, but the Wolves leaning on the ground game as they approach the goal line. Britt, hands off Kraft, hit at the line of scrimmage, but pushes his way past the goal line. Touchdown, Wolves, and Northern State just a point from tying this thing up.
Yeah, nice second effort. I think we stood him up short of the goal line, but he had a little extra oomph in him to get it over.
So Northern State will try and tie this thing up with Jeremy Caruso, the sophomore from Florida, to try and kick it through. Ethan Barnett to hold. Barnett from California. Now, how a Californian and a Floridan end up in Aberdeen, South Dakota is beyond me, but Caruso comes through, hits the extra point, and we're tied at 7 as we take a look at the touchdown before we head to break. We'll be back after this. You're watching college football on News Channel Nebraska.
Hi, I'm Brett Lighthold, proud owner of Wattier's Auto Body. Whether it's minor or major repair, our team works with precision and care to get you back on the road safely. We've built a reputation on quality work and providing great customer service for over 40 years. So if you are in need of any work done, my team and I are here to help.
Wattier's Auto Body, where quality and customer care come first.
NCN Sports is brought to you by USafe Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health. And by See the Trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone. See the Trainer with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Well, it is a rainy, misty day here in Wayne, America, as you can see from that camera shot right there. But we've got a heck of a game here, 7-7. Wayne State knotted up with Northern State after the Wolves evened this thing up with a touchdown drive. Oh, big hit on the kickoff return. Just all sorts of pad popping. Zach, this is NSIC football, right?
Yeah, there's going to be some hitting out there today.
My goodness. There is some contact, and it feels a little bit worse when you're when it's just a tad colder. DJ McPherson is who returned that, and I believe the person who hit him was Jaden Federal. And that's who's down injured for the Wolves at the moment. Sometimes the guy who lays the hit is who takes the greater punishment.
Yeah, they were both running pretty near full speed. That was a collision.
What's the worst hit you can remember taking as a running back, Zach?
Oh, my sophomore year in Duluth, felt like it was about 10 degrees below. And I was running right up the middle and got popped, and I felt like I had a break. It felt like I broke about 5 bones.
Oh, that sounds unpleasant. Bowen keeps it left side, trying to wiggle his way back to the line of scrimmage and a little bit past it. It feels like he just kept going.
Moved the pile there a little bit after he got wrapped up.
Physical guy. When you see him on campus, not the tallest guy in the world, but man, he's compact and can be a strong runner for the Wildcats. 12 and a half left to play, first half. Tied up here in Wayne. Handoff to the back. Latravius Boyd picks up a couple. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Wildcats after the run by Boyd. Clock running under 12 minutes. 7-7, Wayne State and Northern State. Boyd with the handoff once again, finds that room, and the burst of speed to get to midfield, and a late flag. Saw Logan Masters kind of charging on the sideline there. I got to figure it relates to that.
Yeah, great hole up front, and then once he saw that, he just took off. Looked like he might have got a face mask at the end.
Indeed, I think that's what it is.
Number 0, defense, 15-yard penalty out from the end of the run. Automatic, first down.
It was Keegan Mountain, the Millard West grad, whistled for, or flagged rather, for the face mask, further aiding the Wildcat drive. You can kind of tell sometimes those jumps from the coaches on the sidelines kind of say, uh-oh, wrong kind of penalty. That one was an excited jump from Logan Masters.
Yeah, that was one of them you don't want him to miss.
Bowen going deep and caught on the sidelines by Kendrick Watkins-Hogue. That's a guy who can make those catches, some athleticism to come down. Let's look at that replay, Zach.
That was a beautiful ball, and just the catch over the shoulder. It's hard to do that.
Right there on the sideline. Wildcats going with the wind here in the second quarter.
Wow.
He didn't just get one down, he got them both down. Sign him up for the NFL. A little bit of a shove there at the end of that as the handoff goes. Knox weaves his way past the 5-yard line. He's to the 3. It's going to be 2nd and goal for the Wildcats. I'm going to say, even as someone wearing a bright gold jacket here, that Kendrick Watkins-Hogue may have gotten a little lucky to avoid a penalty at the end of that last one.
Yeah, we might have got away with one there.
Under 11 to play, second quarter. Knox from that upright position that's become so popular. He stays upright and into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. And just like that, Wayne State back in front.
Great answer to the Northern State offense there with the Wayne answer of their own.
Look at Knox. Stands upright before the snap, but gets low and powers his way into the end zone. And now Boston Hensley on to try and convert the extra point. Quarterback Bowen to hold. Kick is up and good. 14-7. Wildcats on top with 10:39 left to play first half. Back with more after this on News Channel Nebraska.
It kind of.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
NCN Sports is brought to you by USafe Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health. And by See the Trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone. See the Trainer with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
As the Wildcats in front, just a couple of ground scores for Wayne State, one against the win, one with, but the most recent one aided by a long pass from Bowen to Kendrick Watkins-Hogue. That kick will bounce into the end zone. 14-7. Wayne State on top. What are you looking for a response from the Wayne State defense after Northern State was finally able to puncture their way into the end zone?
Yeah, I think Northern State kind of settled in on offense, and our defense gave them a little more than we wanted. I look for the D-line to kind of make a statement here on this drive and take control of the trenches.
Wind still blowing strong. It is a gray day here in Wayne, America. Britt sends a man in motion. Looks for a man out of the backfield. That's Block, who catches and is drugged down. Excuse me, beg your pardon, that was Hank Kraft. Just a couple of short, squatty guys in the backfield, but Kraft catches that one and sets it up as a 2nd and 8 for the Wolves. When Northern State completes 50% or more of their passes, they're 5-0. When they don't, they're 0-5. That's going to be a big difference for Northern State today as they go back to the ground. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 for the Wolves. And the thing of it is, when they do that, it's not a big passing number. In fact, Britt has only gone over 300 yards once this season, and Northern actually lost that game.
Yeah.
Britt from the shotgun, forced out and hit hard, but makes the completion as he finds Van Landingham, the 6th-year senior from Franklin, Tennessee. All sorts of heat on him, but able to make the completion is Britt. We take a look at it again here. As he took the big hit.
Good coverage.
Yeah, Joe Morrison, one of the best defensive backs for the Wildcats, but didn't make a difference as Kraft is upended. Just a great defensive play there. Coming in to make the stop was Adrian Pigeon, a defensive back who started a lot early in the year, then broke his hand, missed a lot of time, but comes up and makes a nice stop for the Wildcats.
That was a great one-on-one solo tackle there.
Pigeon, the native of Las Vegas, transferred into Wayne State from Mayville State in North Dakota, as Britt, rolling left side, has a man and makes the catch. Despite taking the big hit, pulling it in was Julian Scott. What a pass, what a catch. That was a sigh, I think, that we may have heard from the truck there, but that was a sigh that I think all Wildcat fans may have felt. What a play.
Yeah, it's impressive hanging on to that. He got stuck at the end of that.
Britt and the Wolves on the move. They go back to block. He tries to cut it to the outside. He's escorted to the sideline by Joe Morrison. Pickup of a couple for the Wolves. Clock running. We approach the 7-minute mark in the second quarter. Wayne State on top of Northern State, 14-7. Northern looking to answer. Fake the handoff does Britt. Keeps it himself pretty quickly. He's spun down at about the 30-yard line. Going to make it 3rd and 6 for the Wolves. Don't forget, we've got a halftime coming up. The halftime show brought to you by Insurance 365, the healthcare specialist you want to do business with. Also brought to you by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney. 3rd down, we'll call it 5 for the Wolves. as the Northern offense looks toward the sideline. Pitch out to the left side, and pass caught. And Colin Fritton, the Lincoln native, able to catch and dash out past the first down marker. The Lincoln Southwest grad back in his home state and picking up a first down for Northern State. Take a look at that one once again. Really kind of a well-drawn play, but nice perimeter blocking there as well by Cade Kaiser.
Yeah, Cade kind of sprung him for the first down there with that nice block.
Back up the middle go the Wolves. It's going to be a pickup of about 3 as they go back to Kraft. Tyler LeClaire, the linebacker, makes the stop for the Wildcats on defense. Yet another Bennington native, Zach.
And they've been, sorry.
Well, you're a Bennington guy now. You grew up in Stanton County, but now in Bennington, running an ice cream shop, right?
Oh yeah, we not ideal season for ice cream, but we're trying something new.
I'll take it all right now. Hand off to Kraft, and he's just bouncing his way off tacklers. Kraft all the way to the 10-yard line. That's going to make it first down and possibly goal, it looks like, for the Wolves. This feels real similar to their last scoring drive.
Yeah, they're just kind of a pinball run right up the middle. And he could be a challenging guy to tackle if you don't get lower than him.
Kraft and Block really have similar running styles. You kind of see why they each come in and out of the game with frequency. Kraft will be in the backfield with Britt. Handoff up the middle. This time, great job by the Wildcat defense as hanging on for dear life was Trent Rasmussen.
Great job by Trent shedding his block there and just hanging on.
Under 4 minutes to play, first half. Wayne State trying to turn Northern State away. Got to feel like this is a big drive for halftime momentum for either team.
Yeah, especially with Northern State coming out with the ball at half. It'd be nice for the defense to make a mark here.
Rewind to the left side and a completion out to the left side for Fritton. Again, they're trying that play on the perimeter with Fritton. He gets it inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and goal from the 4 for the Wolves.
The bend don't break mentality down here in the red zone.
Wildcat fans, the ones in attendance, fighting the weather today, trying to urge on the Wildcat defense. Fake the handoff, roll right side. Nothing there to start out, but finding him is Britt. Cade Kaiser in the back of the end zone. Great presence, great patience by Daniel Britt. And the Wolves just 1 point away from tying this thing up. Let's take a look at this again. Felt like it took forever to develop.
Yeah, great coverage by the defense, but just quarterback extended the play a little too long and gave the wide receiver a second to get open.
Kaiser, the freshman, catches in front of Pigeon. Kick is up and good. It's tied at 14. 2:53 left to play. Second quarter. Back with more after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
Did Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Low kickoff. Bounces at the 20, and the Wildcats are just going to have to land on it to protect the football. Really, field position has been a difference after that opening drive by Wayne State. It feels like that's all gone in the favor of Northern State, and the Wolves have now tied this one up 14-14.
Yeah, after a couple punt exchanges, they got some good field position on that last one, and fortunately found pay dirt.
Wow, if you look at the quarterback rating of Daniel Britt for Northern State, 192. That's some success. He's 8 of 10 for 94 yards and a touchdown. Nick Bowen, he's back to work and completes it out left side for his running back Boyd, who catches and picks up solid yardage on first down. Bowen now 6 of 12. For 66 yards. He's also got that 29-yarder to Kendrick Watkins-Hogue. Patience now by the Wildcat offense. Under 2.5 to play in this half. Boyd will get the handoff, cuts it up, does a nice job planting his foot. He's past the 25 and appears to have a first down. Nice little drive so far here for Latravius Boyd.
Yeah, good patience on that run, following his blockers, and then just sneaking up there, getting the first down.
Latravius Boyd now playing his 8th game. He's missed 2, averaging 6.1 yards per carry. There's a timeout on the field. We'll keep it here during the timeout. But Boyd is the kind of guy who can break one long. Knox, kind of the physical runner. Boyd, he's got a 95-yarder in the tank already this season. That's that kind of big play, explosive capability that this offense has leaned on at times. Jaden Johnson, wide receiver from Louisiana, he's been a big piece in the last couple of years. Really has not had the chance to do as much of that this season. He does have 3 touchdowns, but that big playability has not quite popped up with consistency like it did the last couple of years.
Yeah, just watching Boyd. When he finds a seam, he can hit it, but Northern's defense, I mean, that's why they've got 4 or 5 wins in a row here. They're dialed in.
They started 0-4, then won 5 straight, then lost to Mankato last week as Knox catches that one from Bowen. Going to be a short gain of about 2, bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Just trying these simple completions for the Wildcats right now. Bowen has completed 7 passes to 6 players. Only one with more than 1 catch is Kendrick Watkins-Hogue. He's got 2. Bowen gonna run. Nice vision, cuts it up. He's across the first down sticks. And we're seeing the legs of Nick Bowen so far in this game. That's his 6th carry. And he's averaging over 10 yards a carry.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of tucking it and going when he sees the lane and making some big positive yards.
I said averaging over 10 yards a carry. I apologize. He's averaging 9.7. Bowen pulls it back down, now looks to get rid of it. He was ready to toss it, but thought better of it and lives to fight another day. 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. And honestly, a drop from Peterson earlier was the difference that kept Bowen from having yet another receiver in the books.
kind of wide receiver by committee today.
Bowen steps up once again and can't quite escape that last tackle, just enough to slow him down. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. And again, guess who? It was Jake Adams, nation's leading tackler, who was able to trip him up.
Yeah, it's hard getting around Jake, but he might have had some green space if Jake would have slipped up.
Adams, a sophomore from Pulaski, Wisconsin. Bowen steps up once again and pressured by Adams once again. He gets rid of it, and a little bit of extracurricular there at the end of that. It'll be 4th down now for the Wildcats as Adams just came in unencumbered. Marshall, the lefty, once again in to punt for the Wildcats. .45 seconds left to play in the half. Marshall gets rid of the punt. It's a low driver. Lands at the 20, takes a Wildcat bounce. A very good Wildcat bounce, as you are looking at a 48-yard punt for Trevor Marshall, and that's where Northern State will take over inside their own 5-yard line with 33 seconds left to play in the half. What are you looking for potentially out of Northern here? Probably take a knee on it, Zach?
I mean, the way they're throwing, and he's clipping it off at 80%, but with 95 yards to go, I think the smart thing is just take a knee or run it up the middle.
Britt does hand off to Kraft, and you called it, Zach. That will likely be our final play of the first half. Offense still on the field. Nobody's leaving just yet. Interesting to see, just kind of hanging out here. You figured they'd either call it the half or not, and that's what they do. After 1 half of play, Wayne State, Northern State, knotted at 14. We'll take a break. Be back with the halftime show after this. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Your child is your whole world, and you want nothing but the best for them. Here at Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics, we couldn't agree more. Which is why our providers are dedicated to offering the highest level of care to those who matter most to you. Our pediatric experts not only specialize in teddy bears, stickers, and smiles, but most importantly, your child's growth, development, and overall health. As a parent, you can expect our providers to deliver comprehensive, personalized care to help your child grow happy and healthy while ensuring you and your child feel safe and heard. Whether your child has a boo-boo, needs a well child visit, or is under the weather, our pediatrician, Dr. Samantha Roy, and advanced care practitioner, Kayla Daniels, are here every step of the way to offer advice, treatment, and preventative care. Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics, specializing in what is special to you.
More than 80 communities across the state count on Nebraska Public Power District to power their every day. And like a dependable neighbor, we work tirelessly to make our communities a better place to live. From preparing them for economic growth, to partnering in local events, to educating tomorrow's workforce, we are charged with creating community connections that are just as trusted and reliable as the electricity we provide. NPPD, powering our state, empowering our communities.
Nebraska, it's time to celebrate our community heroes. Do you know a local hero who dedicates their time to make your community better? Someone who leads with a vision for a brighter tomorrow and inspires others to join? Nominate them today for the Community Hero Program, thanks to Medica. Each month, one Nebraska hero will be chosen and will get to choose a nonprofit to receive a $1,000 donation. Let's honor those who make our community shine. Community Hero, celebrating the heart of Nebraska.
When we met with Angela, it was pretty simple. She showed us a number of plans that would be available and asked to look at our list of prescriptions to try to find the best possible supplement.
She's been very thorough and very thoughtful about keeping in touch with us.
I would certainly recommend Angela for any of your supplemental insurance needs. She's not there to sell you a product. She's there to make certain that the product that she finds for you is best suited for what you need.
At Wayne State, unlimited opportunities start with you, plus the power of us. It's the power of the classroom teacher, inspiring the next generation. Business entrepreneurs, soaring with success. Healthcare professionals, caring for their communities. Leaders in arts and sciences, making their mark on the world. With the power of Wayne State behind you, there's nothing you can't do. Learn more at exploreWayneStateCollege.com.
The halftime show is brought to you by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney. And by Insurance 365, your local expert for your Medicare plans.
Welcome back to windy Wayne, America. Wayne State, Northern State tied at 14 here at the break. Our halftime show brought to you by the Kearney Sportsplex, which is owned by the city of Kearney and plans to open in the spring of 2025. It'll feature a 66,000 plus square foot premium turf field, customizable size soccer fields, free drop down net batting cages, all sorts of things happening there in Kearney. A lot of exciting things happening across the state of Nebraska. That's going to be a fantastic facility there. Thanks to them for helping bring us our halftime coverage here in Wayne, America. Again, the score, 14-14. Wayne State got on top twice, but Northern State able to answer each time. Two very competitive teams trying to kind of set that end of the season tone. Wayne State trying to end a two-game losing skid, beg your pardon, not a losing squid. That's a far different thing. While Northern State trying to get back on the winning track. They lost the first four, won their next five, but then lost last week against Mankato, so they're trying to not fall back into another losing streak. We've got a very interesting second half to come. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back with more halftime coverage after this on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Currency is here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. And by The Carpet Shop in Norfolk, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years.
Your child is your whole world, and you want nothing but the best for them. Here at Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics, we couldn't agree more. Which is why our providers are dedicated to offering the highest level of care to those who matter most to you. Our pediatric experts not only specialize in teddy bears, stickers, and smiles, but most importantly, your child's growth, development, and overall health. As a parent, you can expect our providers to deliver comprehensive, personalized care to help your child grow happy and healthy while ensuring you and your child feel safe and heard. Whether your child has a boo-boo, needs a well child visit, or is under the weather, our pediatrician, Dr. Samantha Roy, and advanced care practitioner, Kayla Daniels, are here every step of the way to offer advice, treatment, and preventative care. Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics, specializing in what is special to you.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Use Safe Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health. And by See the Trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone. See the Trainer with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. Now we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
We are here.
Halftime here in Wayne, America. It's 14-14, Wayne State and Northern State. Let's take a look at the halftime highlights to see how we got to that point. Wayne State got on the board first in the first quarter. That opening drive, Latravius Boyd just darts in practically untouched. The celebration on top of it. And the Wildcats take the lead 7-0. Wayne State then goes back to the ground with Nick Bowen. Wildcats get out near midfield on that long run by Bowen. That's a 31-yarder for Bowen. Flashing his legs, too. Wildcats on 4th and 1, trying to keep the drive going, but stuffed is Boyd. It does not come as easy for him as it did on the touchdown. Northern State then going to the air as Britt finds his man for the long gain. That was Oderkoven. Then the touchdown run by Kraft puts the Wolves even with the Wildcats at 7-7. Wayne State, though, regains the lead. Long pass here from Bowen to Kendrick Watkins-Hogue. Pulls it in along the sidelines and puts the Wildcats in business. Then Akeem Knox finishes off the drive. Strong run from him, but good blocking as well. Wildcats go on top, 14-7. That wasn't all we would hear, though, from Northern State. They get the offense back in order as Britt finds his man in the back of the end zone. Kaiser ties the ball game up late in the second quarter, and that's where we are at this point, 14-14 at the break. We'll take another break as well. We'll be back with more halftime show after this. You're watching college football on News Channel Nebraska.
At Wayne State, unlimited opportunities start with you, plus the power of us. It's the power of the classroom teacher, inspiring the next generation. Business entrepreneurs, soaring with success. Healthcare professionals, caring for their communities. Leaders in arts and sciences, making their mark on the world. With the power of Wayne State behind you, there's nothing you can't do. Learn more at exploreWayneStateCollege.com.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone, see the trainer. From bracing to home health and rehab products, they provide the right solutions to keep you moving. Whether it's a chronic condition or sudden injury, their expert team will help you find the perfect fit. With a wide range of in-stock orthopedic, sports medicine, or rehabilitation products, See the Trainer is dedicated to improving your quality of life. Visit the professionals at See the Trainer in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
When the game wraps up or even before kickoff, our community welcomes you with open arms. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is happy to have you here, and we want to show you what we're all about. From wide open spaces to music, shopping, entertainment, and more, there is always something for you to discover in our city. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit Lincoln.org. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Looking way off on the periphery of Wayne, America. It's cloudy, basically, wherever you look today. Wayne State trying to find a little sunshine in the second half, though. Wildcats coming into today tied for fourth in the roughly 8 million team NSIC. A little bigger than your days, I feel like, back in the day in the NSIC, Zach.
Yeah, they've added a couple teams, so it's put a little extra oomph in it.
Wildcats at 5-3 in the conference, 6-3 overall. Augustana is in the lead in the conference at 7-1. Now let's take a look at some of the scores from around the conference. Augustana, we mentioned, in the lead in the NSIC. Well, they're already down less than 5 minutes into the first quarter against Sioux Falls. A couple in-city rivals right there. Sioux Falls, one of the two teams that recently beat Wayne State in the last couple weeks. Also in the conference, Minnesota Duluth on top of Concordia St. Paul at halftime. Several parts of this conference I still can't get a full read on. Minnesota State is tied for second at 6-2. They are battling with Mary at the moment, a team that Wayne State shut out 30-0 a few weeks ago. Bemidji State, a team that just hung 37 on Wayne State, trails Moorhead 14-2 at the end of the second quarter. There are 22 seconds left there. Winona State crushing Southwest Minnesota State. The Mustangs are absolutely struggling this year. And then, of course, in this one, it's 14-14 at the break here. Let's take a look at some of the stats. Wayne State with 11 first downs to Northern State's 8. Wayne State out-rushing Northern State 130 to 46. You'd think, well, okay, does Northern State in this tie game have a lot more passing yards? No, they do not. 94 to 69. Field position has been huge at certain points in this game. Yards per play, exactly 5.38 for both teams. That's been interesting to look at as well. Let's take a look at some of the more individual stats as well. Daniel Britt for Northern has just been on fire. He's 8 of 10 for 94 yards and a touchdown, along of 32. He's got a quarterback rating of 192. His top receivers, well, he's got Van Landingham, Britton, each with 2. Meanwhile, rushing the football, Kraft leads the way for the Wolves. 9 carries for 29 yards. Defensively, you'd be shocked to hear, I'm sure, Jake Adams leading the way for the Wolves. He's got 8 tackles. He is the leading tackler in the country. He now has 143 tackles on the season. In case you're curious, 8 is the fewest he's had in a game this season. The most, 20. And he's done that twice. Meanwhile, let's take a look at some of the Wayne State stats as well. Offensively, Nick Bowen, 7 of 15 throwing the football, just under 50%. That's for 69 yards, along of 29 to Kendrick Watkins-Hogue. His QBR, 85.3. Of those 7 completions, they've gone to 6 different players. Watkins-Hogue, the only player with more than 1 reception. He's got 2 catches for 35 yards. Rushing the football, Nick Bowen leading the way. He's got 7 carries for 62 yards, averaging just under 9 a carry. He had a long of 31. Latravius Boyd has 8 carries for 48 yards and a touchdown. Akeem Knox has 7 carries for 20 yards and a touchdown himself. Meanwhile, defensively for the Wildcats, Alex Shaw. He's got 8 tackles to pace the Wildcats in the game today. We're going to take one more quick break. Be back with the second half after this on News Channel Nebraska.
For people who struggle with day-to-day activities and occupational things.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Back here in Wayne, America. Tie game at the break. Wayne State and Northern State. Wildcats will kick it away to open up the third quarter. And this one will go into the end zone for a touchback. We mentioned the statistic earlier, Zach Malachik. Daniel Britt, whenever he's over 50% throwing the football, well, Northern State 5-0 this year, and he is at 80% so far today. How do the Wildcats disrupt that?
Yeah, he's been dialed in. I think we're just not getting enough pressure on him. Our D-line needs to push him back a little bit and move those guys around and maybe throw a blitz in here, too, to kind of get him off his mark.
He is mobile, that's for sure. Not a real big guy, standing at just 5'11". Hands off to Kraft, who has a nice little hole that first time around. Hasn't been a lot of that for the running backs of Northern State, but he busts through for about 6 yards, brings up 2nd and 4 for the Wolves. Got to figure if Northern State starts to get the running game going, then they're really dangerous the way Britt's playing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start owning that offensive defensive line and moving the trenches in our direction.
Handoff, Kraft once again, hit low at first by Sitzman, able to stretch forward for a couple yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Wolves. There have been some key situations for both teams at 3rd and short.
Yeah, coming out of half, 3rd and short, this will be a big statement for our defense if we can kind of stop them and get them off the field here.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Colton Hackle brought in on 3rd down. That's the second time he's been brought in this game, and he's going to convert. He's a little bigger runner, 6'2", 220. They utilize him in those short yardage situations. He comes through, 1st down for the Wolves. I suppose the 6'2", 220-pounder, probably a little bit better candidate for that up-the-middle run than the 5'11", 190 guy.
Yeah, he's got a little more meat behind that run.
1st and 10. Well, back to the run go the Wolves as Britt finds that hole. That's the best run that he's had all game. Britt gets things going for the Wolves. We see that hole. Just a nice read by Britt. Escapes the first tackle. Then everybody's just chasing him from that point. The stiff arm on the safety, but Bird able to haul him in. But in business are the Wolves.
Yeah, tucking, and he showed a little speed there.
A reverse and a reverse pass. They go back to Britt. He catches. He's bumped out of bounds by Cheney, but a little bit of trickeration for the Wolves, and Britt celebrates it as Northern State in business.
Britt's kind of doing it all now. He's got a pass, a run, and a reception.
A handoff to Block. Then they get it out to Van Landingham, and he converts to his quarterback, Britt. Emptying out the playbook. This is the last game of the regular season for Northern State. Wayne State has one more after this as Kraft bowls his way to about the 10-yard line. Do you wonder, in a way, is that an advantage for Northern State considering this is it? They don't have to worry about anybody scouting them after this. They don't have to worry about injuries. Can kind of just let it fly.
Yeah, last game of the season, you're leaving everything on the line, and I mean, they're coming out this second half with that mentality.
2nd down and a long 6. We'll call it 7. Toss left side, complete, good contact right away. Coming up to make the stop for the Wildcats was Cosby, as making the catch for the Wolves was Kaiser, and that's going to make it 2nd and short for the Wolves. We'll take a look on the Madison County Bank instant replay. Had to go up a little bit for it to make the catch, and Cosby coming in with the nice tackle from the secondary. Third down, a short 2. Handoff to Kraft, and he's untouched into the end zone. And for the first time this afternoon, Northern State has the lead.
Kraft with a nice little stutter there, just find the opening and walked in.
Crafty, would you say? Sorry, I won't do that to you again, Zach. Extra point pending. It'll be Caruso to try and put a leg into it once more for the Wolves. Snap back, hold down, kick up, and it is good. 21-14, Northern State on top of Wayne State with 10:52 left to play in the third. We'll take a break, be back with more after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone, see the trainer. From bracing to home health and rehab products, they provide the right solutions to keep you moving. Whether it's a chronic condition or sudden injury, their expert team will help you find the perfect fit. With a wide range of in-stock orthopedic, sports medicine, or rehabilitation products, See the Trainer is dedicated to improving your quality of life. Visit the professionals at See the Trainer in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond is your leader in engineering and designing your new building, additions to facilities, and concrete construction. Their professional projects can be seen across northeast Nebraska. Whether it's a business office, barn, shop, or addition to an existing building, when the project is complete, you'll have a building that meets the needs of your operation. Check out ashoffconstruction.com or call Scott, Kenny, or Luke in Osmond at 402-748-3551.
What a drive from Northern State. We see the run from Britt. Gets things going, and not only can he run it, he catches it. Setting up the touchdown for the Wolves, as it was Kraft getting in there for Northern State. Now Wayne State looking to answer. They'll start it inside their own 25-yard line after the kickoff. Wildcats got to get something going. You got to figure here, Zach Malachik. Kind of feel like a lot of momentum in favor of Northern State at this point.
Yeah, Northern kind of just marched it down there that opening drive, pulled out a couple new plays, and hopefully Wayne's got an answer for him here.
Wind at the back of the Wildcats as they go to the ground with Boyd. He's got to fight for everything he gets there, past the 25 to the 26. That's about a 4-yard pickup, maybe 3. Second down for Wayne State. A lot of football this weekend here on News Channel Nebraska. We had a pair of high school football playoff games. Now Wayne State as well. Doan on our South station. Next week, we've got another Wayne State game here on NCN. That'll be after a couple of semifinal playoff games as the Wildcats go back to the ground once again with Boyd, and he barrels his way through for a first down. You know, he's the speedster, but he can run physically himself.
Yeah, I say he hit that hole, and he wasn't afraid to lower his shoulder, pick up some nice extra yards there.
Under 10 to play third quarter. Patience from Bowen. He'll hand it off Knox, and he gets drugged down by Luke Gunderson, the senior from Buffalo, Minnesota. What a stop from Gunderson.
Wayne really trying to come out and assert the run here. And I feel like on those 2 scoring drives we had earlier, that's kind of what we did. We got some nice rush yards on first down, giving us a manageable second down.
Well, it's 2nd and 8 this time for the Wildcats. 3 wide receivers out to the right side. Bowen hands off Knox once again, and Knox is gobbled up right away by the heart of that Northern State defense, Logan Grossinger, able to make the stop. And it's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Wildcats. They do have the wind at their back, but regardless, not an ideal 3rd down situation, Zach.
No, you don't like to see 3rd and 8.
Well, couldn't have said that much better myself. 3rd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Bowen backing up, finds his running back. Boyd catches it at the sticks, gets across it. It'll be a first down for the Wildcats. Well, depending on the spot, that might have been marked a little shorter than I thought it'd be. Let's take a look at that replay. Nice find from Bowen to Boyd. And it's hard to see that left toe. If that's still in play, he stretches past it, but I think what they say is that left toe hit the sideline. And I think Logan Masters wants to challenge this. Now, what we'll be able to see is the key.
It's going to depend on camera angle, but from up here it looked like the ball is definitely past the first down.
This could be a big play here. If it's not a first down, then Wayne State, they looked like they were ready to go for it. And I almost feel like that's probably the move, really, at this point, because with the way Northern State has gotten comfortable in their last couple offensive drives, I feel like you kind of got to keep pace here.
Yeah, I think we need to get some of that momentum back and go for a big fourth down now.
21-14, Wayne State trailing Northern State. Northern State, again, has had kind of a late season surge. They want to finish with a winning record. Whether they finish with a winning or a losing record comes down to today. They lost the first 4 games of their season, won the next 5, then lost last week against Minnesota State. So you figure when you've got that 5-game winning streak in the middle of the season, the last thing you want to do is end up on a 2-game losing streak. You know, you got the momentum finally going. You don't want to see the bubble burst at the very end of the season.
Yeah, especially with being in the last game, everything on the line for your chance to end the season with a winning record. That provides a lot of motivation itself.
And Northern State would actually move ahead of Wayne State in the standings if they win. Let's look at that replay once again. I want to try and see if we can see where that left foot goes out of bounds. There's a helmet kind of blocking things here. So ball is not across the first down yet. His foot, it's hard to tell if it's in bounds, but honestly, by the time the ball is across, it does seem like he's across the pylon, or excuse me, across the first down marker. Now the review agrees with us. The officials and referee Sean Johnston say that very thing, and the Wildcat fans applaud it. That's a great challenge by Logan Masters, something that was not in the books for Dan McLaughlin when you were coaching.
Yeah, no, things have changed over the last 15, 20 years, and I'm glad Logan saw that and when we got it reversed.
7.5 to play, third quarter. Wayne State on the move at their own 46. Make the handoff to Knox. Bowen looking down the field, picked off, and you could see that coming all the way. Gunderson read it perfectly, just on the short end of that pass, jumped it, and turnover sends it back to Northern State. Let's look at that replay once again. Bowen was looking right side the whole time and peeling back to make that interception was Gunderson. What a play by Gunderson. He was trying to go to Watkins Hogue once again, and if he's able to keep his feet, he's got some green in front of him too.
Yeah, he does. Nick kind of led him right to that, but Luke did a good job keeping his eyes on the ball and going up for it.
Handoff up the middle goes to Kraft. He'll pick up, we'll call it about 2, bringing up 2nd and 8 for the Wolves. Northern State has not abandoned that ground game, even though really Britt has done a lot of this for the Wolves today.
It's a big series for the Wayne State defense right here. We gotta slow them down and try and get this ball back.
Wayne State still out rushing Northern State 146 to 107, but the Wolves have pulled that a lot closer. Now Britt looks to throw. Chase from the pocket, gets free, finds a man on the sidelines, and that's a first down completion as hauling it in for the Wolves was Kaiser. Kaiser has been kind of the bailout receiver a couple times for Northern State today.
Doing a real good job of finding the open space when his quarterback is flushed out of the pocket.
Kaiser was who got free in the back of the end zone for Northern's second touchdown of the day. He's that sort of safety valve at times for Britt. Handoff up the middle. Kraft's got room. He's got a great block down the field. Joe Morrison catches him, but is it in time? Yes, he drags him out of bounds at the 1 yard line, but Kraft able to dart all the way to the 1 yard line, and suddenly Northern just has things working. What do you see in that replay there, Zach?
Oh, nice block by his lineman, 76, just to open that hole, and then Kraft showing a little bit of speed there.
Got a good block from a receiver downfield as well. You mentioned Noah Drager as well for Northern. That's the left guard. And now back in to try and hop over the end zone, and doing so is that running quarterback Hackle, just able to break the plane, and suddenly now 20 unanswered points for the Wolves, and they'll look to make it 21 unanswered on the extra point. Hackle didn't have to get far, and he didn't.
No, he did not.
Kick is good, and it's a 14-point edge for Northern State. We'll take a break. We'll see if Wayne State can answer after this on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And by The Carpet Shop in Norfolk, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years.
Gut check moment for Wayne State. Wildcats were up 14-7. Now they find themselves down 28-14, looking to answer while with the win still at their back. Kick fielded by DJ McPherson, and great coverage by the Wolves, and you can just feel the energy all on their sideline right now, Zach.
Yeah, we kind of got punched in the mouth coming out of halftime, and Northern's definitely rolling with the momentum.
Wildcats looking to answer. Bowen going to have to respond himself following the interception the previous drive. Bowen takes the shotgun snap, hands off Boyd once again, trying to follow his blocker. He'll pick up about 4 on the play, bringing up 2nd and along 6.
Still plenty of time left. Just got to stay true to the game plan and put together a manageable, nice little drive here.
Wayne State trailing by 14. Boyd will remain in the backfield with Bowen. Gets the handoff once again, this time right side, knifing his way past the 25-yard line. That's another first down pickup for the Wildcats. Wayne State now even with Northern State in first downs, each with 14.
Boyd doing a good job. He's so close just to pop in one of these.
Right now, the only turnover in this game, the previous drive for Wayne State, a Bowen interception. Wayne State this season, though, holding a 70-17 advantage in points off turnovers as the Wildcats go to Johnson on the left side. That's the speedster's first catch of the game. Really got to get him involved. He's someone who can break something deep rather quickly as well. Wayne State with a 2nd and 4. Bowen will run left side. Following a blocker, was really one more block away from busting that even further, but he picks up yet another first down. Run game where Bowen is shining today as he's now got 85 yards.
He's been definitely getting done with his feet. Nice little scamper there.
Got a timeout on the field as it's Keegan Mountain, the Nebraska native, graduate of Millard West, starting cornerback for the Wolves, and he looks worse for the wear. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout as officials attend to him. We'll be back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
After the injury, Wayne State offense going back to work. Bowen, he'll keep it himself once again, and this time maybe a yard. I incorrectly stated his number earlier. He's up to 63, averaging about 8 yards a carry with a long of 31. That's where he's gotten most of his work done today. He's got 77 yards through the air. If he's going to get much more, you got to figure it'll be headed this direction with the wind, although most of his completions, with the exception of the long one to Watkins Hogue, have gone against the wind. Now dumps it off for Boyd, catches and is pushed out of bounds around midfield. That's going to make it 3rd and short for the Wildcats. That's what you're looking for if you're Logan Masters and Colin Prosser.
Yeah, that first half on our 2 scoring drives, a lot of those longer drives were continued by 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3.
Wayne State looking to pick up win number 7 on the season. Bowen back to the ground, and he darts through 40, 35, 30. Great tackle at the end of the play, and Bowen lost the ball at the end. I thought he was down. I'm not sure they ruled it that way. And another injured defensive back for Northern State as we take a look at the replay. Nice read here by Bowen.
Yeah, great job following his blockers. It looked like a popped out from the ground.
Yeah, his elbow hit. Offensive lineman doing a nice job landing on it, though. And
looked like that Northern guy's elbow went 90 degrees in the wrong direction.
I'm glad you saw it and I didn't on that replay. I have a hard time with that, Zach Malachik.
Me too. That makes me a little queasy. You don't like to see those things on the field.
Apologies to anyone else who saw that. I can still remember when the Omaha World-Herald published the picture of Matt Harrion the day after he broke his leg against Missouri, and you could see that 90-degree angle. It was, it's a tough one. That and the Willis McGahee one from the national championship game. There's some tough ones to watch as, again, medical attendance being applied. We're going to keep it here during the break as it looks like they are almost done attending to Matthew Baker, the defensive end from Illinois. Northern State fans. Well, the Northern State sideline gave them a little love. The Northern State fans, a little chilly over there, it looks like, kind of sitting on their hands.
Hard to believe it'd be a little warmer here than up in Northern, but
How many times did you play in Aberdeen?
I think I made 3 trips up there.
I mean, at that time, that was one of the shorter trips in the NSIC.
It was, yeah, a lot shorter than some of those northern Minnesota ones.
Bowen throws it right side for Boyd, and Boyd unable to haul it in. I'm not sure how much room there was going to be for him, but want to haul those in. It's second down now for the Wildcats. There was a lot of traffic over there on that right side.
There was. Anytime as a running back you can catch a reception, though, it's a good feeling.
I do not have Zach Malachik's receiving numbers in front of me. Make the handoff to Boyd. Bowen looking left side, going for Johnson. A lot of jostling, and that's going to fall incomplete, bringing up third down and 10 for the Wildcats.
There was a little hand fighting on that play.
And I'm not sure, as fast as Johnson is, that he was going to get there anyway. Big third down. Might be 4-down territory once again as Bowen keeps past the 25 and bang down hard at the 24. He gets up, but I wasn't sure that was going to be guaranteed after that hit right around that hip level.
That was a hard 6 yards he just earned there.
Looked like he almost had more to begin with, but good tackle there at the end. Adams was near it, but that was actually not him. That was Jop making the stop. 4th down and 4. Bowen finds Boyd, and Boyd makes the catch at the 20-yard line. Bobbled it just a bit as he was backing up, but secures it. A big, big 4th down reception for the running back.
Yeah, great concentration there. He was kind of backpedaling. It's just a hair of a stumble, but managed to bring it in.
Did Wayne State ever need that? 1st down and 10 from the Northern 17-yard line. Watkins Hogue in motion. Now that a handoff to Knox, and Northern State had that pretty well read. It might even be a little bit of a loss for the Wildcats. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. 28-14, Wayne State with some work to do as we head to the fourth quarter. Back with more college football after this on News Channel Nebraska.
There are many details that can set your dream apart from anyone else's. But what sets the banks you are considering apart from each other? At Madison County Bank, what sets us apart from other lenders is flexibility. We offer a wide variety of loans, and we pride ourselves on providing lending options for commercial, residential, agriculture, and even unique properties that make your dreams a reality. Madison County Bank, here to help you grow.
Mid-Nebraska Lutheran Home in Newman Grove, located in a serene residential neighborhood, offering a faith-based community where residents feel at home, with private rooms and a wide range of activities. Residents enjoy a vibrant and supportive environment. Their experienced and caring staff is dedicated to providing personalized care, ensuring each individual feels valued and connected. Mid-Nebraska Lutheran Home, where faith, care, and community come together. Schedule your tour today and experience the warmth.
Second down and long for the Wildcats, needing a score here to start the fourth quarter. Handoff to Knox, gets around the edge, inside the 10, 5,
blocking.
Touchdown, Akeem Knox. And got the second leading rusher in Wayne State history here in the press box, Zach Malachik. What'd you see on that run from Knox?
Oh, Knox did a great job. Hit the corner and then read his receiver block and just cut it right up inside.
Considered the more physical runner, but goodness, he got that edge and he hit it. And that was a valuable touchdown for the Wildcats. Boston Hensley on to try and make it a 7-point ball game. Kick up and good. 28-21. That was what the Wildcats ordered. We'll keep it here as we get set for the kickoff. Now Wayne State got to go to work defensively, where it feels like Northern State has established themselves from the second part, or from the latter part of the first half on into the second half. How does Wayne State start to dial in, Zach?
Yeah, first off, that was a great answer by offense to kind of try and pull some of that momentum back. I think defense just needs to go back to their game plan, get physical up front, and kind of slow this rushing attack down.
If we look at this ball game, Wayne State held two different leads, 7-0 and 14-7. Northern State, though, then scored 21 straight points. Finally, the answer from Wayne State to make it a one-possession ball game once again. They've played a few close ones this year, including at home against Minnesota State, homecoming against Minot State, on the road against Winona State. Those were all one-possession games. The Sioux Falls game a couple weeks ago, that one was a 10-point game. So now Wayne State has seen themselves here, but in those one-possession games, 2-1 on the season. So they know they can do it. Now they got to come through, got to get a defensive stop against the Wolves.
Yeah, each possession just gets a little more important here when we get towards the end of the game with a tight score like this.
Hensley approaches, and the kick against the wind, fielded at the 5. And a big hit
ball's
in
loose.
the 15. The ball is loose. Ball is loose. Who ends up with it? Have not seen a signal yet. Wildcats signaled that it was their football, but have not, and now they say it is Northern State football. Clyde Hinton laid the big hit. Let's take a look at this replay. That could have been a momentum turner. Oh, it does look like forearm landed first.
Yeah. That'd have been ground contact, unfortunately.
Toss out to the right side, dropped. As unable to pull it in was Fritton, the Lincoln native. Trying those quick hitters there with Britt. Britt doesn't go deep often, but he has been on fire today. That's going to drop him below 80%, though.
And we need to keep working that percentage number down.
And a flag as Britt goes deep and connects. Finds Odekoven, who's had a couple big catches today, and that flag is against Wayne State. It's offsides. It was really a free play for Britt, and he takes full advantage. That's a 33-yard reception for Odekoven.
I think Britt, knowing he had a free play there, kind of just threw it down, and Hodekoven went up and make a nice play.
First down and 10 at midfield. Britt's got Kraft in the backfield with him. That's who he would give it to. Kraft weaves his way through. Looked like there was nothing at first, but he gets out near the first down marker. He'll be just a touch short, it looks like, but a pickup of about 8 on the play, and that's a good run from Kraft, who does go off the field limping, though.
Yeah, our D-line kind of squeezed him down, and I'm not sure how he managed to squeeze through that.
Are there any specific techniques to just kind of find yourself through that narrow window like that?
Just keep pumping your legs. Eventually good things will happen.
That's if you've got legs that can pump like that. I'm 6.5 feet tall and about not a weight that matches that height. I'd be flat in a hurry as Northern State goes back to the ground. Just short of those first down sticks. It'll be 3rd down and inches for the Wolves. And guess who comes back in to run the show at quarterback? It'll be Hackle once again, the bigger quarterback for the Wolves.
Yeah, I think we know what's coming unless they trick us here.
He throws it out right side and nearly picked off, but a big stop and a big tackle from Alex Shaw, who is having himself a game, a loss of about 3 yards on the play. You said unless they try and trick us, they did.
They tried.
Wayne State was not fooled.
Yeah, Alex did a great job of reading that, just coming up and nice solo tackle. Woo.
Alex Shaw, the Kearney High Bearcat, coming through. He's leading the way in double digits with tackles today. The punt is away. Bird will let it bounce inside the 5. It'll go into the end zone and a touchback. So, bend don't break again, the Wayne State defense, and the Wildcats now have a chance to march down the field and try and knot this one up.
Yeah, exactly. Great recovery after that big 35-yard pass play for the defense to kind of tighten up and make a big 3rd and short stop.
1st and 10 from the 20, 12-16 left to play. That we mentioned those one-possession games that Wayne State has played this year. The one that was a loss was against Minnesota State. The Wildcats had to come back in that one but couldn't quite seal the deal. Handoff Boyd. Patient,
nice.
Past the 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 where he's dumped out of bounds. Just getting him to the sideline was Lyndon Williams, but Boyd just needs a little bit of a crease, and he can get there.
I'm really impressed with his ability to read these blocks here.
We see the replay here with the sophomore from Florida, and just able to cut the other direction so quickly and effortlessly.
Yep, just good patience, letting his blocker set up that, just right up inside it with a little explosion.
Bowen now turns back toward his left side, wants to run and left it high for Watkins Hogue.
Might have missed one there, but he was throwing against his body. That's a tough one to make.
It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. And we've got a timeout on the field. This is an official timeout. An injured Wildcat, and that's Boyd. And he does not look any too happy about it either. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
At Wayne State, unlimited opportunities start with you, plus the power of us. It's the power of the classroom teacher, inspiring the next generation. Business entrepreneurs, soaring with success. Healthcare professionals, caring for their communities. Leaders in arts and sciences, making their mark on the world. With the power of Wayne State behind you, there's nothing you can't do. Learn more at explorewaynestate.college.com.
Hi, I'm Brett Lighthold, proud owner of Watier's Auto Body. Whether it's minor or major repair, our team works with precision and care to get you back on the road safely. We've built a reputation on quality work and providing great customer service for over 40 years. So if you are in need of any work done, my team and I are here to help.
Watier's Auto Body, where quality and customer care come first.
Latravius Boyd in pain on the sideline. That's a bad sight for Wildcat fans. Knox will take the carry this time. He's across midfield. He's certainly someone who the Wildcats can lean on as well, but injuries have been a problem in the backfield. Boyd has missed a couple games. Now he's hurt, kind of holding just under his sternum. Dawson Forgey is out for the season as well. That's a position that takes a lot of punishment, as you're very aware, Zach.
Yeah, there's a lot of pain with that position. You got to like to hit.
Bowen hands off Knox, right side, trying to bang his way out to the 45-yard line. Adams makes the stop. That's going to make it 4th down and about 2, probably a pretty long 2 for the Wildcats.
Keeping the offense out there.
Wildcats go back to the ground with Knox. Bangs into that wall right there at the first down marker and just got past it.
Gets just enough to move those chains.
Fourth quarter brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org. And it does look like, if I'm not mistaken, yes, Boyd back in the backfield with Bowen. Not only is that surprising, as Connor Luby in the truck just pointed out, well, the sun's out. First time all game as Bowen takes the high snap. Looked like some miscommunication there. Loss of 2 yards on the play for the Wildcat quarterback. And behind the chains again.
Yeah, it's that first down. Uh-oh, got another guy.
As this one will be on the offensive line where we see the injury. That one's going to be right tackle Nolan Ulrich, the Blair native. So Luke Vanderweide, the freshman from Sioux City, a little bit more stout. Ulrich's got an inch on him. So we'll see how this affects the Wayne State rushing attack. Or rather, the passing attack as well. Bowen looking to throw. Finds his tight end, and it bounces off his shoulder pad. Intercepted by the Omaha native Keegan Mountain. And arguing is Dane Peterson, who thought there was contact before the ball arrived. And I think Peterson might have an argument.
Yeah, it looked like he had his right arm hooked in there.
Let's take a look once again on the Madison County Bank instant replay. Bowen was trying to go to his tight end. Peterson, that's close. And then it just rolled around
just
off
right
his
off
shoulder
his
pad.
Chest, yeah.
Big defensive series for Wayne State. Toss left side, left too long, as diving for it was Kaiser, unable to haul it in.
Going back to that last series, it's that first down play. I feel like, when you can't get that 5 or 6 yards, you kind of put yourself behind the 8 ball, and unfortunately we saw it there.
Well, and Northern State almost kind of did that to themselves just now here too with that incompletion.
Yeah.
I realize there's a lot of time left, but gotta figure you gotta start thinking clock a little bit if you're both teams, as the run up the middle for about a yard by Kraft. Going to make it 3rd and 9, so the Wolves will probably have to put it back in the air once again as Kraft again limps to the sideline. Block will come in for him.
Yeah, big offense for our defense here to get a big stop and get the O back on.
Defensive back in for linebacker. Pigeon in for the Wildcats as Larson goes off the field, trying to match the personnel of Northern State. Britt looking left all the way, looking for block, left it long. Nice coverage by Shaw down the field. Been good pressure on Britt. Probably the best pressure we've seen in a while, Zach.
Yeah, who was that? Was that Carter Sitzman?
Yeah, the former Lincoln Christian Crusader. He can be a beast on that defensive front for the Wildcats.
Yeah, he did a great job there, putting some pressure on the QB and making him throw that away.
Let's take a look once again as Sitzman was just bearing down on him. And nearly a blocked punt. It's going to be fielded by Jacob Bird. He returns it to the 20 and just swarmed down from there. Not many returns from Bird when receiving punts. That's also fairly common across college football today. A lot of fair catches, but he tried it that time. Northern State's coverage unit doing a great job there. Don't forget our post-game coaches interview and player of the game brought to you by Wayne State College. Stay tuned to the post-game interviews brought to you by Wayne State College, as mentioned, devoted to student success for more than 100 years. Handoff Knox, trying to go left side as he bounces it out, but able to get to the 25, so maybe a pickup of 3 on first down, 2nd and 7. Not a huge gain, but what a difference that is between 2nd and 7 versus 2nd and 12, Zach.
Yeah, those 5 yards, especially on 2nd down, keep your playbook pretty wide open.
Under 7.5 to play. Wildcats down 7. Handoff Knox again left side and tries to get to that edge. Unable to this time like he did previously. Going to be 3rd and about 6 for the Wildcats.
Hard running there by Knox, but just Northern defense is tightening up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a very physical defense. It's been a very physical game. We've seen a lot of players go off the field today. 3rd and 6. Bowen over the middle for his tight end, left it high, and it'll be a punting situation for the Wildcats. Real dangerous territory here. 6:37 left to play. Defense needs to come through once again for Wayne State. Wildcats defensive coordinator Scott McLaughlin. His dad, your former head coach toward the end of your career, Dan McLaughlin, down on the sidelines today, as he often is, coaching as an assistant at Omaha North. He loves it because he gets to come up on Saturdays to watch his son coach. McLaughlin has been the defensive coordinator under 3 different head coaches here at Wayne State, as a fair catch called for by Northern State's Julian Scott. Our top plays coming up after the game, brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank and Currency. See our top plays brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. And also Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com. The current situation is Northern State trying to ice this game out as they go with a run up the middle. Pickup of about 3, maybe 4 on the play. Mixing things up in the run game there just a little bit, going with Stanley Haskins Jr., a grad student originally from Britain, South Dakota. He's been used more in previous seasons, but has kind of been pushed toward the periphery. But he's who gets the call there on first down for the Wolves.
It seems to be a little change of pace back.
He does have good speed. He'll get the carry once again. Pushes toward that first down stick at about the 45-yard line. Does look like he's going to be short by a couple inches.
Another big third and short here by our defense. See what we can do.
Last time that Northern State was in this position, they brought in their run specialist quarterback, Hackle, but then he threw it on the perimeter, and it was diagnosed by Wayne State. This time, looks a little bit more simple. They're going with Britt from the shotgun, hands off, and stuffed at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he's going to get there. Kind of depends on the spot, but I think they were able to turn him away. It's interesting how much they've gone with Block and Kraft. They go to Haskins this drive. The first two carries, he got him close, but on third down, it looks short as leading the way for the Wildcats in the middle of that defensive front. It looked like Caden Sutton, and they are going to mark that as maybe even a couple-inch loss.
Yeah, it looked like he lost a little there. Great job by the D-line, just getting some good penetration.
Real interesting situation coming up here. I would have a hard time believing Northern State would want to do anything too risky. Now, it's very, very, very close to a first down. Odds probably in their favor, but you want to risk turning it over on your side of the field? I would assume no, and indeed that is the case. Tom Ellard out to punt for the Wolves. What a defensive stand for Wayne State there. Now the offense has got to come through.
Yep. Defense did their job 2 series in a row. Need the offense to get something going here on this drive.
Wildcats bringing everybody up. Ellard just gets rid of it. Wow, close to that was Tate Henricks. Fair caught, or rather out of bounds, beg your pardon.
He might have been just a hand away from that.
Tate is an athlete, and he got in there fast, but not enough. Let's see that once again. Henricks was so close. Wayne State will start from their own 25, and I was so fixated on the punter. That was actually a touchback, beg your pardon, as Boyd dropped for a 5-yard loss. Great penetration by the Wolves. And there's that second and long once again, Zach.
Yeah, we hate to see that on first down with a 5-yard loss, but was that Adams that shot through there?
I think it was Charlie Larson, and indeed that is the case. Larson just sheds the blocker, did a nice job winning his one-on-one. Second and 15 for the Wildcats. Back to Boyd, and there we do see Adams involved, among others. Just a host of Wolves, a pack of them, if you will. Third and 15 for the Wildcats. This is a huge 3rd and 15, too.
Yeah, this is...
Wayne State, in case you're curious, has 2 of its timeouts. Northern State has its full complement. Bowen, now forced out of the pocket, dumps it off. It is complete to Watkins Hogue, but well short of the first down sticks. Wayne State, well, what will they do? They will apparently send the punt unit out. with 3:19 left to play. Clock is running. Again, Wayne State with 2 timeouts. Really a first down, and this is basically over. There is the 2-minute warning, of course, too, now in the college game, as the punt by Marshall is high and far, too, and takes a good Wayne State bounce. Nice punt, as you said, Zach, by Trevor Marshall.
Well, defense has got it done the last 2 possessions. Let's see if they got one more in them.
Gets harder and harder deeper into the game, but the Wildcats are going to have to come through. Handoff up the middle to Block. Hit right away. Does power forward for about 3 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Wolves. And a timeout called by Wayne State. We'll keep it here during the break. Zach, I mean, honestly, we've seen field position be a big part of this game. That punt by Trevor Marshall may have kind of been, is if Wayne State can make this stop, potentially something that could help flip the field. He was punting against the wind as well. Those kinds of special teams plays have kind of trended toward Northern State in this game. Now can Wayne State take advantage, get the stop, and get the ball back and have a chance to tie this one up?
Yeah, there's been a lot of field flipping with the punts lately, and Wayne just did a great job there with that punt getting them deep. If we can get 3 and out here, may be able to get some decent field position.
Second and 7 it'll be for the Wolves coming out of the timeout with 2:49 left to play. Wayne State has some quick strike capability if they're able to get the ball back. Won't have a ton of time. Britt from the shotgun, the handoff, Block once again. No blocking for Block. He's hit at the 20. Going to be about a yard, making it 3rd and 6 for the Wolves. Wayne State with another timeout, and again, we'll keep it here. Wow, if you are Northern State, kind of got to wonder what you're trying to think of here offensively. Do you try and just pick up that first down and end this, or do you just go really conservative and try and take as much clock as possible?
I mean, the way their defense has been playing lately, I could see them just doing a run here and making us burn our last. No, that was our last timeout.
Indeed it was, yeah.
Eating 40 seconds, getting the 2-minute warning, but
it'll be interesting. And, Wayne State, I mean, certainly if Northern State wants to throw it, potentially stop the clock, that could be a blessing. But either way, you got to make the stop.
Yeah.
Whether it's a handoff up the middle to Block or Kraft, or if it's a pass play, Wayne State's got to find a way to bow up and get a stop here.
Yeah, the game pretty much comes down to this play right here.
3rd down and 6 to go. Wolves snap to Britt, handoff, Block. He tries to leap over a series of tacklers. He does, but not far enough for a first down. Wildcats do come up with the stop. It'll be 4th down. Offense still out on the field for Northern State. I would have a hard time believing they'd stick with this, and indeed they do not.
Great job by the defense again, coming up big on a 3rd down.
Now it's up to the offense. Now, Wayne State has come close a couple times to getting a hand on a punt. The snap back, and the kick is low. That thing was nearly blocked. Instead, it's going to roll inside the Wayne State 40, and they let it roll forever to take a little extra time. Wow. Ellard has escaped near death a couple times. The Australian, he got it off, and it worked out to be a productive punt for the Wolves, but my goodness, Zach.
So close on those last three punts, really, of getting contact with that ball.
So here we are, a minute 50 left to play. If Wayne State wants to end this two-game skid, they got to get a scoring drive here.
Well, like you said with the last series, with Marshall punting it, kind of flipping the field, we did get a little better field position here than we started with the last couple possessions. So,
yeah, the 39 is not a bad place to start a potential game-tying drive.
Minute and a half left.
150 to be exact. Wayne State down 7, 28-21. These two teams now meeting for the 28th time. Northern with the 16-11 advantage in the series. Northern State actually has won 4 of the 8 games previously that have been played here in Wayne. Bowen, chase from the pocket, throws left side, complete to Watkins Hogue on the sideline. Nope, the official says he was juggling. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. That's the target he's been looking for a lot of the game.
We haven't had that connection with those two that much this game, have we?
No, the leading receiver actually for Wayne State coming out of the backfield today, Latravius Boyd. He's got 4 for 27. Watkins Hogue does have 3 catches for 44 yards in total. Bowen chased from the pocket, rolling, complete along the sidelines. As hauling that one in was Jaden Johnson. That'll make it 3rd down and manageable, although it's 4 down territory at this point for Wayne State the rest of the game.
Yeah, we just got to keep moving those chains, keep that clock in check, and
a minute 37 left to play. Wayne State down by 7. Wildcats snap it back to Bowen. To the middle, finds his man Schmaderer. Just a little healthy dose of space right there in the middle of the field. He's to the 38-yard line. Schmaderer with a big catch on 3rd down. The former Bennington Badger has the Wildcats moving.
yeah, Northern State looked like they settled down into a little bit of a zone, and he just found the soft spot, and Bone found him.
Again, back to Bowen in the shotgun. Rolling, and just gets rid of it as, again, got to live to fight another day. Nothing there for him. Decided to not waste the chance of taking a sack and got rid of it pretty quickly.
Yeah, another smart play by Bowen there.
A minute 18 to play here in Wayne. Wildcats down by 7. To our left, we've got the Northern State radio crew, and to their left, the Northern State coaching staff. So you may hear a lot of pro-Northern stuff as Bowen now dumps it off for Knox, tries to keep his feet. He kind of stumbles, stays in bounds, and all for about a no gain. Almost kind of would have wished for an incomplete pass if you're Wayne State.
I don't know if that was a design screen or was that just a broken play.
It kind of looked like that was just the one person he could find available as pressure came in. 3rd down now. Bowen going for his tight end. Caught by Trey Miller. They've gone to him a few times. The interception and rolled off his pads earlier, but he comes through with the catch on 3rd down, and the Wildcats in the red zone.
Yeah, good job tucking that ball. He knew he was going to get popped, and he did, but he hung on to it.
37 seconds to play. Bowen dumps it off Watkins Hogue. Watkins Hogue hit in the center of the field. Clock keeps running under 30 seconds, 25 seconds to go. Bowen will spike it immediately, so it'll be second and about 5 for the Wildcats with 21 seconds left to play. Beg your pardon, third down. Thank you to Connor in the truck. He's always there to correct me.
Doesn't happen often, though, does it?
I'm married, Zach. to clarify, not to Connor in the truck. He's a fantastic person. I love him, but I already have a relationship. Bowen from the shotgun. Dumps it off Watkins Hogue and going to be short of the sticks once again. 15 seconds. Cannot spike it.
We got to go.
9 seconds. Wildcats trying to get a playoff to Bowen. Looking end zone. Looking. Back of the end zone. Incomplete. That'll end the ball game at zeros. Wayne State comes up just short, and Northern State finishes with a winning record after starting out 0-4 on the season. 28-21 the final. We'll take a break. Be back with postgame after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Use Safe Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health. And by See the Trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone. See the Trainer with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures, out-of-this-world shopping, star-studded evenings, and award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Your child is your whole world, and you want nothing but the best for them. Here at Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics, we couldn't agree more. Which is why our providers are dedicated to offering the highest level of care to those who matter most to you. Our pediatric experts not only specialize in teddy bears, stickers, and smiles, but most importantly, your child's growth, development, and overall health. As a parent, you can expect our providers to deliver comprehensive, personalized care to help your child grow happy and healthy while ensuring you and your child feel safe and heard. Whether your child has a boo-boo, needs a well child visit, or is under the weather, our pediatrician, Dr. Samantha Roy, and advanced care practitioner, Kayla Daniels, are here every step of the way to offer advice, treatment, and preventative care. Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics, specializing in what is special to you.
More than 80 communities across the state count on Nebraska Public Power District to power their every day. And like a dependable neighbor, we work tirelessly to make our communities a better place to live. From preparing them for economic growth, to partnering in local events, to educating tomorrow's workforce, we are charged with creating community connections that are just as trusted and reliable as the electricity we provide. NPPD, powering our state, empowering our communities.
Nebraska, it's time to celebrate our community heroes. Do you know a local hero who dedicates their time to make your community better? Someone who leads with a vision for a brighter tomorrow and inspires others to join? Nominate them today for the Community Hero Program, thanks to Medica. Each month, one Nebraska hero will be chosen and will get to choose a nonprofit to receive a $1,000 donation. Let's honor those who make our community shine. Community Hero, celebrating the heart of Nebraska.
When we met with Angela, it was pretty simple. She showed us a number of plans that would be available and asked to look at our list of prescriptions to try to find the best possible supplement.
She's been very thorough and very thoughtful about keeping in touch with us.
I would certainly recommend Angela for any of your supplemental insurance needs. She's not there to sell you a product. She's there to make certain that the product that she finds for you is best suited for what you need.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And by The Carpet Shop in Norfolk, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years.
Postgame show after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Your child is your whole world, and you want nothing but the best for them. Here at Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics, we couldn't agree more. Which is why our providers are dedicated to offering the highest level of care to those who matter most to you. Our pediatric experts not only specialize in teddy bears, stickers, and smiles, but most importantly, your child's growth, development, and overall health. As a parent, you can expect our providers to deliver comprehensive, personalized care to help your child grow happy and healthy while ensuring you and your child feel safe and heard. Whether your child has a boo-boo, needs a well child visit, or is under the weather, our pediatrician, Dr. Samantha Roy, and advanced care practitioner, Kayla Daniels, are here every step of the way to offer advice, treatment, and preventative care. Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics, specializing in what is special to you.
NCN Sports is brought to you by USafe Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health. And by See the Trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone, see the trainer with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
We are here, in the field, on your farm, in your community. For over 90 years, we've been serving you, our customers, our owners. October is National Co-op Month. This year, we're honoring our cooperatives past and looking forward to our future. The future is cooperative. The future is Farmers' Pride.
At Wayne State, unlimited opportunities start with you, plus the power of us. It's the power of the classroom teacher, inspiring the next generation. Business entrepreneurs, soaring with success. Healthcare professionals, caring for their communities. Leaders in arts and sciences, making their mark on the world. With the power of Wayne State behind you, there's nothing you can't do. Learn more at exploreWayneStateCollege.com.
A tough finish for Wayne State as the Wildcats fall 28-21 to Northern State. Wayne State had 2 different leads, but 21 straight points by Northern State, the difference in the game. Before we get to our post-game highlights, though, let's take a look at some of the stats from today's game. 22 first downs for Wayne State compared to Northern State's 15, which seems surprising considering the sustained drives that Northern State had. Both teams wanted to run the football. Wayne State did it a little better, 247 yards to Northern's 186. Passing the football, slight edge for Wayne State as well, 159 to 154. In fact, Wayne State outgained Northern 406 to 340. They actually ran 27 more plays, did the Wildcats, but not able to get over the hump. Really, the middle portions of the game were the big difference as Northern State, again, lost their first 4 games of the season, won their next 5, lost last week against Minnesota State, then beat Wayne State today. So a team that lost its first 4 games ends up with a winning record. We'll take a look at some of the other stats as well from today's game. We mentioned Britt for Northern State. He put together a heck of a performance. 11 of 16 for 144 yards, but also ran the ball really well and had a reception. He had 1 catch for 12 yards and 4 carries for 44 yards. Just an overall performance for Northern State's quarterback. For Nick Bowen, a little bit of a mixed bag. 18 of 35, 2 interceptions, 159 yards throwing the football. His top receiving target was Kendrick Watkins Hogue with 5 catches for 53 yards. Running the football, leading the way for Northern State was Kraft. He had 110 yards on 17 carries and 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, the Wildcats were paced on the ground by Latravius Boyd and Bowen. Bowen actually had the top rushing mark for Wayne State, finished with 97 yards, while Boyd had 95 with a touchdown. Defensively, leading the way for Northern State, as you could probably guess, Jake Adams with 12 tackles. He is the nation's leading tackler. Keegan Mountain, an Omaha native, had 10 tackles from his defensive back position, 7 of those soloed, and he came out of the game with an injury at one point, while Wayne State defensively, Alex Shaw had 11, and he just was all over the place for the Wayne State defense. He is our Wayne State College player of the game today. So, final score, 28-21. Let's take a look at the highlights and see how we got to that point. Wayne America hosting a D2 football battle. Wayne State hosting Northern State at Memorial Stadium and Bob Cunningham Field. And it was a physical battle on Saturday as Bowen and the Wayne State offense getting to work early. It's Latravius Boyd getting the carry, and he's practically untouched for the first touchdown of the game. 7-0 Wildcats on top. To the ground go the Wolves as it was Kraft bowling his way in for a touchdown, tying it at 7. But Wayne State would get back on top in the second quarter. This time it's Akeem Knox on the ground as he dashes in for a touchdown to give Wayne State a 14-7 edge. But like the previous touchdown, Northern State was able to answer, this time through the air, as Britt finds his man in the back of the end zone, Kaiser hauling it in to tie it up at 14. Then, in the second half, Northern really got rolling. Back to Kraft they go. Got good blocking up front to give Northern a 21-14 edge. Then an interception turning Wayne State away as Bowen is picked off by the linebacker Luke Gunderson. Then Northern State going back to work offensively. This time it's Kraft once again. Darts deep into Wayne State territory. Joe Morrison did drag him out of bounds, but that sets up a touchdown for the Wolves as they double up Wayne State at the time. This time with Colton Hackle, the backup quarterback, coming in run situations, jawing with the Wayne State defense at the time. But Wildcats get back within striking distance. Akeem Knox, his second touchdown of the game as he finds the edge. However, every time it felt like Wayne State was starting to threaten once again, a turnover, as this one goes off a receiver and is picked off by Omaha native Keegan Mountain. Wayne State got within striking distance late, but final play of the game with the clock running and Wayne State with no timeouts. Bowen throwing toward the back of the end zone, nearly able to complete it to Watkins Hogue, but the clock expires and the game ends with Northern State getting the 28-21 victory over Wayne State. Zach Malachik, it has been a pleasure to have you in the booth today. Just a tough one for the Wildcats. How do they regroup now? 3 straight losses, bringing Concordia St. Paul into Memorial Stadium next week for the Egg Bowl. What do the Wildcats have to do to get back on the horse?
I mean, same thing Northern kind of today. You know, it's you're going into your last week. Everything's on the line. You got one game left. Some of these seniors, it'll be the last game here at Bob Cunningham Stadium. You just got to give it everything you can at practice and come out here and try and get that last win.
So 28-21, the final score. Northern State finishes the season at 6-5, while Wayne State drops to 6-4. Wildcats will host the Golden Bears next weekend, another game you can see right here on News Channel Nebraska. For my color man, Zach Malachek, for Connor and Kevin, working their tails off on the crew today. Want to thank our director, Connor Luby, who's always doing a great job. I'm Pat Jansen, signing off.
We now join regular programming on News Channel